Welcome to the Hey Jimmy podcast. For years, these five fools have spent way too much time together debating the most idiotic notions. Now they are recording for your pleasure. Put on your thinking caps and strap in for some weird and wild talking points.
How's everybody doing today?
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Definitely good.
Yeah, how's the weather by y'all? It is cold as a witch's tit in a brass brazier here.
You stole my phrase, but yeah.
Yeah, I was totally going to say that same thing.
Yeah?
You know, those exact words specifically.
It's a mind meld, my friends, a mind meld.
It's also very cold outside. Uncharacteristically cold for November.
Yeah, but November in Georgia, what's the
freezing.
temperature? It's freezing by you?
Right now, it's freezing.
It can't be freezing. It's not freezing here.
It is. When I just checked it 20 minutes ago, it was 32 degrees. And yesterday, the lows were in the 20s.
Right now,
I don't believe it.
it's 22 here. We're supposed to get snow. We have good air quality.
No one cares about your air quality.
It's been very windy, so I'm not sure if it feels like 22 or it's actually 22.
It's like 36. It's like 36 here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's up to a balmy 44 degrees now.
Nice.
Probably because the sun's up more now.
See, it's warmer down there than it is here.
Yeah, well, it should be. We're closer to the equator.
I thought you were going to say hell.
Only over the summer.
Yeah, you are closer to Florida.
That, I guess depends on, I don't know. That's kind of a loaded can of worms right there, so.
Leave it at that?
Florida's got some good points. Let's be positive. Florida has some good points to it.
It's called Disney and Universal.
And the beaches are pretty good, minus Clearwater. Looking at you, Scientologists.
Okay, well, we have, for those of you that are following, thank you very much. We are going to be shifting the way things work here. And
it's a very evolving process.
Yeah, a very evolving process. Thanks for sticking with us. And we're getting rid of the wheel. We may have Steve add his own sound effects when he feels he needs to, but we reserve the right to cut them since he's goes kind of crazy with his own little thing.
Listen, no. I did it in like one episode, and I did it because it was good against me, not against anybody else but me.
Gotcha.
You're definitely the gene of the group, and if anybody doesn't know, that's a Bob's Burgers reference.
Well, so we picked our topic.
But first, shower thoughts.
That sounded really creepy. How you said that.
So, pretty much the purpose, we just talk about our shower thought of the week. First one is, why is it okay that when you're singing to yourself, it's fine, but if you talk to yourself, it's bad?
I don't agree with that.
I love talking to myself.
I do it too, but sometimes people think you're crazy if you're just having a full conversation with yourself.
Well, are there other people?
You gotta limit how much you do that.
Are there other people?
Here's the thing:
like when you talk to yourself, there's other people around. Because I only talk to myself when I'm by myself.
I talk to myself when I'm thinking about something very intently.
It's okay to talk to yourself as long as you're not hearing answers.
Oh, no, I'm not hearing answers. I mostly if I'm working and I'm trying to figure something out, I will say it out loud to kind of hear it back so that this way I can kind of reprocess, kind of think about it in a different way. So that this way I can kind of like think about it. Sometimes it's a little different when you hear it rather than when you speak it or when you think about it. So by saying it out loud, you sometimes can get to a different conclusion because just you're getting it out of your head.
I mean, and singing...
Oh my god.
Oh, what were you going to say?
No, I was just thinking, well, what was that game where you had to try to read the different, like they phonetically spelled out a word or phrase, but it was weird, and you had to try to figure out what it was actually meaning by saying it out
I
loud.
don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. I think I played it with Kate's nieces and nephews.
Didn't we? No, we've played that. I thought. I thought we played something
Have we?
like that. Yeah, like you
If
have
anybody
to
knows
you
the
have
name
to
of that game, please put it in the comments.
you have to like do some sound effects stuff or whatever, and you can't say the actual word. You can't say any words. You just have to like act things out.
It's like something babble.
Maybe.
I'm looking it up. Mad Gab. It was Mad Gab.
Yes. Yeah, that was it. I played that a couple times in college. Good game.
So see, when you said your shower thought though, Steve, my initial reaction was, are there people in the bathroom with you while you're showering? Because I was like, talking versus singing in the shower. I didn't get it until we like broke it down a little bit more, but I figured
it's not about in the shower. It's a shower thought. Do you not know what a shower thought actually is?
There's a lot of things.
You
thought
agreed
that
to the segment and didn't know what a shower thought was.
Well, maybe.
Oh my god!
I actually follow something on Twitter
A
called
shower
Shower
thought
Thoughts.
is-
It's just basically things you think of while you're in the shower.
Right, just things like you're like, why is it this but not? Why can you do this but not this? And like they're kind of related, but you treat them differently, and you kind of unravel the whole situation in your head.
That sounds worse.
I
than
can't really
what-
think of one right now. It's the thoughts you have while you're in the shower and you're relaxing, and a random thought pops into your head, and you go, why do we do that?
I don't go in the shower to relax. I go in the shower to get clean.
I generally don't either.
Yeah, but it's usually a side effect of being in the shower is like your brain's not, it doesn't have to process really a lot. You're just doing your whole shower bit. So while you're not thinking of anything, that's when these thoughts come up. That's what a shower thought is. I didn't think I was actually going to have to explain this.
Since this was your thought, how did your thought process go on the matter?
I realized I said something aloud the other day, and my coworker thought I was talking to him because I was looking in his direction. And then when he turned around, he goes, "What did you say?" I was like, "What did you say?" And he was like, "No, what did you say?" And I was like, "I don't remember."
So you made the classic eye contact mistake.
No, I was just looking at a laptop, but I was facing in the direction of my coworker. So he thought that it was directed toward him because he has an earbud in his ear at all times, so he doesn't pay attention a lot anyway.
Gotcha.
But he caught you.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to myself. Go figure. All right, well, moving on to our main topic for today. Our main topic is, how soon is too soon for Christmas music?
Well, I don't know how everybody else feels. Well, personally, okay, let me rephrase this. Looking in the camera past Carrie, I think that October 31st at midnight is when it starts for Carrie specifically.
There are not one, but two elves on a shelf.
And it says "Believe" on the door behind her.
They're
Okay,
not
but-
elves. It's
that's
a
because Ted
snowman
Lasso.
it's a snowman and a moose, which are winter creatures, not Christmas creatures.
Yeah, but they're dressed very, very commercially.
Yes.
They're in winter gear.
Yeah, but winter gear
Yeah,
can be any colors. That's specifically red and green.
No, they're in brown.
I see
That
red
doesn't look it from
boots.
here.
I see green. I see.
Black. That is maybe dark green. It's definitely more brown.
Well, we know where you stand
mean-
on it.
I try to go for stuff that I can keep up in the winter because it takes so long to put this stuff up that I don't really feel like dealing with it after Christmas. And I did it a little earlier than usual this year because, we've been spending a lot of time over by Joe's parents, so I wasn't sure how long I was actually going to be at home to do it. And, our niece and nephews were over last weekend, so I thought they would enjoy it.
Gotcha. But so going back to the whole topic of music, like, when is too soon for you? Or like, when do you like starting your music endeavors for Christmas?
It varies. This year I started a little early just because, well, on a personal note, I've been a little down in the dumps this year, so it's kind of more of a cheer factor kind of thing. And
Okay.
I don't listen to it all the time. It's more like when I start, it's I'll start in November, and it's just kind of, I'll put it on when there's nothing else on the radio.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's just kind of like an extra option for music.
Okay, so I guess I would have to ask then, is there a difference,
You don't have
Steve?
to ask anything.
No, well, like, is there a difference? Are we talking about when corporations start playing music or when we personally play music? Because, like, I hate the fact that on November 2nd of this year, I was forced to listen to my very first Christmas song.
And that was a day later than SiriusXM started playing their Christmas music channels. So congratulations, you made it out alive.
You know, I gotta say though, I did not hear "All I Want for Christmas Is You" until last weekend.
Yeah.
So
I have not heard that.
that
it was Paul
was a
McCartney
record.
was mine. It was Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, which
but
isn't a bad one to hear, but it's not definitely the most commercial of all of them.
no, and definitely, I feel like it's gotten phased out a little more. Thanks, Gen Z.
What's been phased out? Paul McCartney or Christmas music?
That particular Christmas
Both.
song.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not played as often.
Yeah, this new generation just listens to "So This Is Christmas"
On repeat.
on repeat.
And listen, that one song is like more songs than are played for Hanukkah all year round. Because there's only, 3?
Yeah.
And they're all Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Let's be realistic about this here.
Look,
we don't
do
get
need to bring
played,
Hanukkah
and
into
there's a
this.
reason.
Well, you don't get played because, I mean, there's not a lot of music that became popular, and an entire country didn't base its capitalistic needs off of the backs of the Jewish faith.
But Jews run the media, right? So like they would have control over that, right? They would be able to push out something Hanukkah based if they really wanted to.
I don't know. Maybe they don't.
That
have
was
enough
sarcasm
chutzpah.
for all the conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah, we don't even need to
That-
entertain.
they
We don't
run
even
enter-
entertain those people. What were you gonna say, Carrie?
Crazy. I was gonna say that they run the entertainment industry, but they don't have enough chutzpah to put out Hanukkah tracks.
Yeah, but we have seen an impressive amount of, like, specifically Hanukkah toys that have come out really early. Like, what was the one that my wife sent to all of us? What was it called?
Oh, it was Bubby, something Bubby.
It was like Bubby or Bubbla or
No, it was Bubby. I know it's Bubby because my grandmother is Bubby.
the Dancing Bubby.
Yes, it was the Dancing Bubby. That was what it
Gotcha.
was called.
But you said that wasn't even like Hanukkah music. It was just like
You're right. It's not Hanukkah music at all, but it's clearly being marketed toward the holidays. But even the song, like the song that it dances to, is like just a celebratory thing, like the kind of thing you would put at like a wedding or a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, anything like that. You don't really do that around Hanukkah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Hanukkah is technically a celebration of lights because the oil lasted 8 days and they survived a war.
I mean, that's probably.
They just had to huddle in
I
it
would
for 8 days, but they needed that oil.
I would equate that as well, I don't know. To some, that might equate to the birth of Jesus. Why not? It's a celebration. You made it. You made it 8 days. Congratulations.
Listen, the sequel is
Woohoo!
nothing like the prequel.
The prequel.
Wait, what did you say?
The Bible is a sequel to.
Oh, yeah. I just heard the sequel, if I'm being honest, I guess.
Yes.
And I thought you were talking
I mean,
about
that's
the sequel to Hanukkah, or that Hanukkah
no
was the sequel
The
to something.
sequel to the books.
No, Hanukkah is the sequel.
I mean, okay, Hanukkah came after Christmas because they were losing people to Christmas. They had to compete.
Yep.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing about Christmas. It's so commercial that it includes everyone,
Okay, so
unless you.
oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, nothing really important. But I was gonna ask, I guess to you guys, in relation to the music discussion, what to you is like the quintessential holiday song?
Did you?
I don't know. You know, I don't think it's Christmas unless I hear Mariah Carey. You know, 20 years of being drilled into your head. I think it.
See, Christmas
just miss
Christmas
it
to
after a
me
while.
doesn't start until I've officially seen, and it's gonna happen soon in my memories on Facebook. But as soon as I see the goths that are dancing to Mariah Carey under the overpass, that is when Christmas starts to me. And I think it's like it's normally a memory that pops up right before or right after Thanksgiving, because I can't not share that video when I see it. I just I have to always share it. So as soon as I see that, whether it's through my memory or somebody else posts it, that's when I can start listening to Christmas music, I think.
So now that you've thought about it, now you can start, listening to Christmas.
No, I have to see the video. The video is that video, whoever made that video so long ago, just it makes me giddy every time I see it. And that's the holiday cheer I want to remember as a child.
You'll have to send it to me later because I don't know what you're referring to.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You've
later. You can send it to me.
I'm
later.
going.
I don't know if I've seen it either.
I will send it to both of you. But it in and of itself is the feeling I get when I watch this video is the feeling that I used to have as a child when Christmas would come around. You're just I'm so excited, and it warms your heart to see it, and it puts you in a good mood. Now when I hear most Christmas music, I just get this sentiment, I don't get the sentimentality, and I feel more of this whole wave of capitalism hitting me in the face. I'm supposed to be spending lots of my money right now on things that people in my life don't need.
For me, I still get chills once in a while from the Christmas song, but the Nat King Cole version. That might be my favorite song.
Yeah.
And I still get it's a weird song, but I still get feels from the Chipmunk song, because we would always hear that at my grandma's house, and I would always wait to hear it from whatever CD she had that was playing, because it was the only song that I knew.
Yeah. My mom and dad always had the they had the weird compilation of terrible Christmas songs, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, and
oh my god,
the 12
the
12 pains of
Yes,
Christmas,
yeah.
where they're talking, stringing up the lights. Just this guy yelling, now this bulb's out, the whole light's out. It's that was funny to me.
Oh my god,
That was a good video.
in-laws.
That was a good video at the time.
There was
No, it
video?
wasn't a video.
It's not the video. This song track.
Oh,
Sorry,
gotcha.
my bad.
Oh, okay.
I misspoke.
I was gonna say, if there was a video, I need
No,
to see
because
it.
I have because the reason I'm thinking that, I think there actually is a music video for it, but that's besides the point. The reason I was thinking video was because I was kind of still thinking about Nick's thing, the goth emo kids onto the bridge thing. I only know of one video that does that, and it's just been retuned with different music every single time.
Yes, but
So
it
I
started so you've seen the video, but
I've seen
the
the video.
original
I can guarantee
video,
you, I'm pretty
first
sure it's
version
not
of that
originally.
video, the original version, not what it was intended for. The first mashup, which started the whole meme of it, was the Mariah Carey one.
Oh, maybe. I was just gonna say that's not the original.
No,
though.
that's
why I
not
was
the
like,
original
okay.
music to it at all.
Okay, all right.
But
So I am thinking the right video.
You're thinking the right video,
se.
but it's perfectly paired, and it just works. The other one that gets me giddy is the exact opposite of that. It was the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting where Mariah Carey was singing and she pissed somebody off, so they released her actual audio. That makes me giddy too for Christmas. She was singing
that's
over
more care
tracks.
for Mariah Carey than I actually have.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I probably spent too much time listening to those on repeat.
I feel like I'm gonna need to spend some time on YouTube today.
I don't even spend much time on YouTube, but those were solid. They were absolutely solid. I mean, we spent enough time. Wait, we weren't on YouTube last night. We were on Twitch, right?
Yes, we were on Twitch.
We were
which,
on
again,
the Twitch.
thank you. I wanted to kind of talk about
We
some of the
twitched.
stuff earlier, but, Nick went straight into the topic. Yeah, but that's fine. Anyway, I wanted to thank everybody for, coming out and supporting us, for those who were able to. And by the next time we need to do a YouTube video, we should be able to do that, because now that we've initiated it, apparently you need 24 hours to start live streaming. Even though the channel has existed for a while, you still need to put in the request 24 hours ahead of time.
Gotcha.
I guess it's to prevent spam accounts, but
Probably. Or inappropriate, like they can monitor it or something like that. But like the good thing is like we started with, Steve was really adamant about starting with the Pokemon, which it was really fun to watch. I mean, as a person who likes to comment on people's playing styles, I really appreciated.
he didn't have to do it behind a keyboard. He did it vocally.
Yeah. I loved just being able to call him out on his shenanigans as he did what he did. But the cool thing is that like as we move forward with the podcast, we're gonna do a lot more live streaming, and we're gonna play fun games, whether they're basic games or one of our favorites is Don't Starve. We also like playing Sentinels of the Multiverse, and we'll probably mix it up and play a bunch of different games. And to be honest, that's where is what inspired us to start the podcast. From kind of all of our musings during the pandemic, I learned how to DM for Dungeons and Dragons, and then we were like, hey, we bullshit all the time online, why don't we record it? And we do say some gems from time to time, so why not record it and try and get some of those gems out there for everybody else to laugh about,
Nuggets of insanity. I don't think you can call them nuggets of wisdom.
I didn't say wisdom.
Necessarily.
I did not say wisdom at all.
Well, that's why I went to nuggets of insanity.
Yeah, some nuggets of insanity. That is a good band name. I would listen to a thrash metal version of a Christmas song from Nuggets of Insanity.
That is, I do have to be honest, that does sound like a good band title. Could also be a good segment in the future.
Nuggets of Insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like useful information that you'll only need if you're crazy enough to do X, Y, or Z situation.
Yeah. Well.
Check.
Nuggets of
Anyway,
Insanity. Don't try to get up at 4:30 in the morning and stay up past 10 p.m.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's
I
not
don't
like
know.
I do
I'm a
that
lot
at
less
all
crazy.
on a regular basis.
Since the 30s hit, I've definitely toned down my crazy. Because
Haven't we all?
I think this is a point of your life where everything continues to hurt after the fact, so you really pay for stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Agreed.
what was it? It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Alex and Amy and I and Kate, we all went out and did something, and we did a 2-day version of things, and it was extreme. It was too much. I was like, I need to take a break from everything.
You're the youngest of us.
By 3 months.
True.
But I've run myself into the ground based on my career.
More
at
than
this
3
point.
months.
I've just I've burned myself out on my career. So my health indicator tells me that based on my sleeping habits, I'm actually 41. So fuck you.
Based on your sleeping habits?
Yeah, based on my sleeping habits, based on my lack of sleep over my history, and based on how I sleep currently, I am aged about 7 or 6 years older than I actually am.
40's the new 20, isn't that what they say?
Yeah, for rich
think I'm
people.
overstepping
For rich
that.
people, I'm not rich. If I was rich,
Not
maybe.
yet.
Because then I can get all the time I need to rest. Work for 3 days and then take 2 years off and just have other people make me money.
And this is why you needed to play Powerball. It was 2.3 billion. Had you been in it, you might have not. That other guy may not have won it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I won $12.
at a certain point, yeah, their law of odds. You could. I'm sure if Alex was here right now, he'd tell us that we would all be fools for wasting our money on it. But you never know.
But you could say that for any type of gambling, for the most part.
Yeah, if you're not in it, you will not win it.
It's just, it comes out to a certain point where it's like, when you're going beyond the point where it's supposed to be fun, then you're doing too much. Like, I think I did 30, but, I mean,
30 what?
$30, and I bought tickets and a couple other things. Apparently, Georgia has a lottery app.
Oh, gotcha.
So, so you can actually buy tickets on
I think
an
most
app,
states have
which,
something like that now.
I'm sorry if I just helped somebody's gambling habit.
Yeah, if you have a
but
gambling addiction, please don't hesitate to seek
disregard what I just said. But I think you need to be in the state to use the app on the plus side. So,
Okay.
Yes.
anybody in Georgia listening, I'm sorry if I if I just fed your gambling habit.
Well,
We were talking about
speaking of gambling, you're gambling at this point at this point of year, you are gambling on your ears on whether or not you're going to hear any Christmas music based on like what department stores you go into. So for me, if I want to block it out, I make sure I always bring my earbuds and listen to a podcast or music that is non-Christmas related.
I don't
It's
block
not a gamble.
out
It's
the
a
music.
guarantee that you're going to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't block out the music. If I hear it, I hear it. I'm just very annoyed that I hear it. I think that day after Thanksgiving, that's when Christmas music can start.
Yeah.
Any time before that is basically a crime against humanity.
So how do you feel about the fact that this year in Home Depot, the Christmas, like all of the Christmas stuff was out before Thanksgiving this year?
that is not the earliest that they
Sorry,
have
before
ever put
Halloween,
out
before
Christmas
Halloween this year.
Again, that is not the earliest that they have ever put out Christmas stuff. I have seen them, because I have put it up myself, Christmas stuff, August 31st.
Yeah, because from working in retail, I know we started getting Christmas items as early as July. So, I'm just saying, empty shelf space is not going to make you money.
True.
And some people...
But there's other holidays
When I say
to go through first before you even get there.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see
But
Easter
some people
stuff
also
already.
do...
Like, after Halloween, I can understand putting, some Christmas stuff up, like fake trees or decorations and stuff like that, because people are probably going to want to get that a little bit ahead of time, because they're also going to do like actual gift shopping too, somewhere along the line, spread out the costs. But anytime before Halloween, Christmas decorations going up, no. But music, I don't want to hear music until after Thanksgiving.
But some people also do really elaborate displays that take a lot of time. Like, some of these houses that are way over the top, they have to start during the summer.
Yeah, they have to start saving
yeah.
for their energy bill.
There's some people
That
who just
too.
leave them up all year round and then just turn them on only around Christmas time.
That's weird. I mean, there is this person that I follow that I went to school with, and she works on Broadway. And for the entirety of this year, she's taken the subway, and every time she passes this one apartment, it has had the tree up for an entire year. No redecoration. The lights were on always, and it wasn't like it was like a vacant place. Like, people were in the house making dinner, and it's crazy to me.
But some people don't enjoy decorating the tree either, so if there's a way for you to keep it up and not have to do it again...
And if you have no
I've
friends
heard-
and nobody
I've
comes
heard of-
over, you don't have to worry about explaining it.
Yeah.
and I've heard of people wrapping the tree, like, as is, so you can just put it back out exactly the way you put it away.
Yeah, you guys,
If you
But
got the space for
I don't
that.
know who has space
you guys
for
know
that.
Brienne,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
She has redecorated her tree she kept her fake tree up and redecorated it for every holiday this year. So she did like an Easter tree, a Halloween tree. Well, I'm not sure if she did a Halloween tree, but she did like a 4th of July tree and whatnot. It was pretty cool.
I have to
That
say
is cool.
that
And
is
I would not
way
be able to
more
stay on top of
effort
that.
than just putting it away after Christmas.
Yeah.
And I would rather just put it away and then redecorate it after, because like putting the decorations on and then taking them off is easier than putting them on, taking them off for another set of decorations to put on, and just keeping that process going for 12 months. That's insane. I can't do that. I would rather just leave the Christmas decorations on there and just go, yeah, it's just...
Are you saying that you can't be consistent?
I'm saying I am lazy.
Same difference.
Can be.
This got into a whole Christmas topic I wasn't expecting to get into, but
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, we're almost we're on the fringe of the actual holiday season, so it's timed appropriately.
I think I've explained now, like, how I like listening to music. And you were asking before, like, what your favorites are, right?
Yeah, like what the quintessential, like what song I guess makes you feel the most like it's the holidays, or what song do you need to hear?
I would have to say that my favorite is probably the ones that, like, I can interact with my nephew with at this point. Singing, like, Rudolph and anything where you have that childhood connection with. That's probably my favorite right now. If you asked me, like, 10 years ago, it probably wasn't that. But, like, I personally like the old style, like, claymation Christmas movies. So, like,
Ooh, they're bad.
you said they're bad?
Oh yeah, especially that, what was his name? Harvey, the elf
Herbie?
that was a dentist. He has such an annoying voice.
Yeah.
I can't stand to hear his voice, and the whole song he sings. I'm just thinking, please stop.
That's what I loved about, if you think about, like, Elf and, like, why Elf worked, is, like, it tied in an older generation with the claymation at the beginning and who they used to cast with and all of the little tricks. That to me was, like, the quintessential pairing of new and old for a Christmas movie, and I thought it worked really well. Like, Will Ferrell's nervous energy, like, that, his nervous energy is, like, I feel like what as an adult I want for Christmas, like, in terms of, like, this exciting, like, when's it gonna snow, when am I gonna see family, when am I gonna get all these, like, as a kid, like, when am I gonna get all these, like, presents, and, like, am I gonna be able to buy a present for my parents, and am I gonna make a snowman, an igloo? Am I gonna sled? Like, that energy is what I want from the music that I want to listen to now. And that's, like, if it doesn't have that energy, it doesn't get me in the mood. It just makes me frustrated as a person who likes Christmas.
I mean, music and movies, I think, are totally different. I can do without Will Ferrell nowadays. Like, I've had enough. He can go into retirement now.
He's got a new movie on Apple Plus, and it's supposed to be in theaters at some
I'm
point.
aware.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, there's also a new movie coming out called Violent Night with David Harbour.
Oh my god.
It sounds so good.
Have you seen Fat Boy with Mel Gibson?
You mean Fat Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fat Man.
No, I did not. I have not seen it. I think it's on Hulu.
Oh my god, it was
actually good.
It was good. Considering what it was good. It was meant to be. It was meant to be cheesy, Santa snapped kind of thing. Like,
yeah, well, I think
it's
definitely
pretty good.
Check it out.
Yeah, have you watched what was the Krampus that came out with what's his name from Parks and Rec?
I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
There's a Krampus movie that came out with Adam Scott.
Yes.
That was, like, kind of funny but really creepy. It was on Netflix. Definitely, I highly recommend. I also really love how the genre of, like, horror has moved its way into Christmas. It's like we need to get a little bit more time for us. I know that doesn't relate to music, but I love, the exciting part for me is when you hear new music. I haven't heard a new good Christmas song in a very long time. Like, it's always just covers. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I mean, there's been nothing new. I mean, creativity pretty much died in the early 2000s. So
I think it was earlier than that.
I mean, they're out there. I can't say all of them are extremely good, but
yeah.
But I mean, Taylor Swift had Christmas Tree Farm that came out, I think, in 2020.
Did you just say Christmas Tree Farm?
Yeah.
Canceled. Don't want to hear that song. I do not want to hear a song about a Christmas tree farm.
I think she grew up on one, and that was, like, the basis for it.
Yeah, that's why her lifestyle is so exciting.
Before we diverge too far away from the movie thing, I just want to say real quick that Die Hard is really the best Christmas movie of all time.
Agreed.
Until Die Hard has aired.
I mean, that's the thing too, like, that people don't understand. I have this argument with a lot of people, I feel like, is in and of itself, it absolutely, truly, 110% is a Christmas movie. If you look at the music for it, they wrote Christmas into, like, it was composed with Christmas music throughout the entirety of the movie.
Yes.
It's just in this, like, very dark, ominous way.
It has all the makings of a Christmas movie inside of it. A family that is trying to heal already going into the holidays, and they're trying to use the holidays to kind of get back together, help themselves. And there's this whole growth process of that they need to have this stuff happen, and a series of unfortunate events happen, preventing them from being able to do that healing that they need. Those are like very traditional Christmas tropes.
By identifying this movie as a Christmas movie, doesn't that limit when it's acceptable to watch it?
What?
Because you're saying it's a Christmas movie,
Yeah.
So I mean, you wouldn't go watching a Christmas movie any time of the year either.
I only watch Die Hard. I only watch Die Hard during December.
Yep, that's the only time I watch it too.
Okay,
Maybe the sequels
maybe
the sequels I'll watch at different times of the year, but not the original. The first one, 100% Christmas time. I did want to get that collector's edition one where it was basically the DVD movie, but it came inside of a giant Nakatomi Tower.
That's crazy.
I
did
really
you,
wanted
Did
that.
you see that they're doing a sequel for Christmas Story?
Yes, it's on this weekend.
With Ralphie as, a dad or grandpa?
Did not know that.
It's on this weekend.
This weekend on what? On HBO?
Yep.
I feel like The Rock is coming out with a Christmas movie too or something.
Ugh.
I know. We know
that.
how you feel about it. There's so many Hallmark Christmas movies that we should start watching. I'm sure they're amazing.
If you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're very formulaic stories.
This is true. Then again,
with,
my friend's wife loves Christmas movies. As soon as they start popping in, into the streaming apps that he has, she's just watching them nonstop.
Yeah.
And they're like super cheesy. They're like D-rate actors and actresses, and just super
Violent Night.
basic.
Yeah. Which one is that on?
That's on Hulu, I believe, or Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas movies can get real basic. I also enjoy watching like the oldie Christmas movies. We go to the Music Box here in Chicago pretty much every year, but they do a double feature normally of like a old and newer movie. So it's like It's a Wonderful Life, and they'll have like a live organ with it. A guy playing organ, which is really cool, and they'll do sing-alongs. That's super fun.
Sounds
I think
fun.
the last time Kate and I went, we most definitely fell asleep during the second movie, like a pair of old fogies.
That's what happens when you sit in the dark for long enough and you're in a comfy seat.
Yeah, comfy seat, and you can get alcohol there. You can have a beer.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a recipe for a nap.
Beer, some popcorn. It's nice and warm.
I could believe it. I slept through a live Rocky Horror Picture Show.
When was that?
I don't know. I was visiting a friend in DC and got one or two drinks, and then once they turned the lights off and the movie started, I sacked out.
Nice. Nice.
And that was in my 20s, so there was no excuse for that. I can only imagine what I'd do now.
Well, I mean, didn't you say you fell asleep during that the Tenet movie, like after 5 minutes in?
No, I also did that on purpose because I was the one driving home. And when I started to not get the movie, I was like, I'm not staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning for this.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I think I still have to technically rewatch that and maybe get what the heck is going on, but we'll see.
Well, thank you for the tangent, and I have a lot to think about now on how I celebrate and listen to Christmas music. Okay, on that note, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Jimmy! Thanks for listening to Hey Jimmy. Big shout out to Anthony Morantz for our voiceover, Skane Music for creating our intro, and Sergio Duarte for creating our cover art. All artists can be found on the freelance platform Fiverr. You can catch Hey Jimmy every week on all major streaming platforms.